Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Indie Zone podcast. My name is Kathy. This episode is intended to provide you with an update of actions in court for money damages associated with the catastrophic events at 1122 King Road and the matter styled as Idaho versus Kohberger. At this time, there is just one known civil action for money damages that has any association with Idaho versus Kohberger, and it's the case that we have been referring to as the Idaho 4 defamation case. It relates to a federal lawsuit for defamation that was filed back in December of 2022 by a University of Idaho professor, Rebecca Schofield, against an online personality, a TikToker, YouTuber, who was also described as a psychic, named Ashley Guillard. And in the 2-count complaint, which was filed and is continuing to be prosecuted in district court, which is federal court in Idaho, plaintiff Schofield alleged that defendant Guillard defamed her in 2 ways. In count 1, she alleged that she was defamed when the defendant publicly asserted that plaintiff played a role in the crimes at 1122 King Road. Count 2 alleges that the defense publicly stated that plaintiff had had an affair with one of the students. The matter proceeded for a while in federal court. The defendant, Ms. Guillard, represented herself and was very active in the case. But unfortunately for her, the federal court found on what's called a motion for partial summary judgment, a legal document, that the defendant had defamed the plaintiff. And so therefore all that was left for a jury to decide would be the amount of damages, including punitive damages, which are commonly referred to as punishment damages, that plaintiff, if any, should recover from the defendant. We'd reported to you that the defendant's last filing in the case was back on September 23rd, 2025, well over 3 months ago. That situation has not changed as of this time, with multiple key deadlines on such pretrial matters as exhibit lists, witness lists, trial briefs, proposed jury instructions come and gone without a filing by the defendant. There is another deadline that's coming up in just a little over a month where the parties are to inform the court on or before January 30th, 2026, if this matter has settled or if it will go on to trial. And then there's 2 pretrial conferences, if it is going to trial, scheduled in February, with trial set to begin later in February 2026 in Boise. We will continue to keep you posted regarding the Idaho 4 defamation case. The other situation that we wanted to report to you on concerned some widespread media news stories that all 4 of the families had allegedly banded together and were going to sue Washington State University on behalf of their students, Kaylee, Madison, Xana, and Ethan. This news story broke about 6 weeks ago. Thereafter, it was amended to say that it was just one of the families who would be suing Washington State University. And as of this point, we are unable to locate any complaint or summons as was filed in Schofield versus Guillard against Washington State University. We will also continue to monitor that situation in the event there is any change In the event that something is filed in a state or federal court against Washington State University dealing with the crimes at 1122 King Road, we will inform you. Until next time, this is Kathy. Thank you for joining us here today.